Good evening. Welcome to the City of Douglas Mayor's Youth Council official meeting on the date of April 16, 2024. The next thing on our agenda is invocation led by Junior Commissioner Zania Hunt.
Everybody, please bow your heads. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for waking us up this morning. We give you thanks for allowing us to gather here today. We ask that you allow us to work together and serve you during this meeting. We ask your blessing upon our endeavors and upon all present today. May your love and grace continue to guide us in everything that we do today and in our futures. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Junior Commissioner Destiny Henderson.
May everyone stand and face the flag.
We will now have the approval of order of the agenda. Now that you've seen the agenda, may I now have a motion for the approval of order of the agenda?
I, Dominic Lindbank, make a motion to approve the order of the agenda.
Zania Hunt, second this motion.
All in favor state aye.
Aye.
All against state nay. Motion carried. We will now have the March meeting minutes read out by Junior Commissioner Zaporio Wilcox.
The March meeting was held on Tuesday, March 19, 2024. This meeting was held at 6 p.m. at the City of Douglas City Hall. This month's Mayor's Youth Council Spotlight was Junior Commissioner Kieran Reddy. This month's Community Spotlight was Ms. Womack and Mrs. Olstein. Ms. Joanne Lewis was our speaker discussing Women's History Month. At this month's meeting, Ms. Donisha gave the Mayor's Youth Council a recount of all Keep Douglas Beautiful activities and upcoming activities in the month. Also, Ms. Rynetta and Ms. Donitra discussed the possibility of hosting the 2025 Youth Symposium. The speaker was followed by Commissioner Wilcox again discussing the subcommittee ideas. The meeting adjourned following the NYC comments. Junior Mayor Jameson Cummings presiding.
Now that you've heard the March meeting minutes, may I now have a motion for the approval of the March meeting minutes?
I, Dominic Lindbank, make a motion to approve the March meeting minutes.
I, Jada Marshall, second this motion.
All in favor state aye.
Aye.
All against state nay. Motion carried. We will now have our recognition of our NYC Spotlight. Jakeely Batten. Jakeely Batten is a senior and she attends Coffee High School. She has served on the Mayor's Youth Council for all 4 years of her high school career. She became the Junior Mayor Pro Tem her last year of serving. She also is part of GEMS. She serves on the media team at Greater Destiny, and she also has over 100 hours of community service. After high school, she plans to attend Middle Georgia State, where she is going to major in media and communications. I present to you Jakeely Batten. We will now have our recognition of our Community Spotlight.
I don't have a bio, but my spotlight is Miss Kimberly. Miss Kimberly Tucker, will you come forward?
We will now have mentoring updates, if any.
AIM has an event on April 20th called Walk for Autism. It is located at Willer Park, and it is from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. AIM also has another event on April 27th called the Career Exhibit. It is located at George Washington Carver Freshman Campus, and it is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Thank you. Next on our agenda, we will have a presentation on protecting your mental health by Miss Anissa Spate.
Anissa Spade is a native of Douglas, Georgia, and 2022 graduate of Coffee High School. During her high school career, she played basketball for Coffee High School, Lady Trojans basketball. It was during her time of basketball, Anissa developed her clothing brand, Protect Your Mental. Protect Your Mental is a clothing brand designed to raise awareness about mental health. Her brand believes that everyone deserves to feel happy and healthy, and her goal is to provide people with the necessary resources to take care of their mental health. With the focus of making a positive impact in the lives of young people, Anissa serves as a youth leader in her church and also works at the Boys and Girls Club. Anissa is currently enrolled in South Georgia College and plans to obtain her degree in biology.
All right. That's a whole lot. Just to say, thank you for having me. I represent my brand, Protect Your Mental. I'm super honored to have this privilege to talk to you guys. I don't take it lightly. So shout out to Mia for this invite. I'm not a mental health professional, so if you're in a crisis, don't call me, because I'm going to call somebody else. So I'm just an advocate for mental health, and I'm just all about taking care of your mental. So what is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychology, and our social well-being. It affects the way that we think, feel, and act, and it helps determine how we handle stress-related and other things to make healthy choices. So, like she said before, my name is Anissa Spade. I was a 2022 honor graduate. I played varsity basketball all 4 years. Let's clap about that. Yeah. I have really great parents. I grew up in church. So just hearing that, like, it sounds like I've lived like a really good life, a really stellar life. And so, like, what I got to talk about mental health for, like, what I'm sad about, what I got to be, depressed about. And that's the main reason why, like, I stepped up to talk about it, because with all that going on in my life, I was still depressed. I still had moments where I just was sad and in a isolated spot. I didn't want to talk to nobody, and I was just alone with my thoughts, and I just started to develop depression. So it can happen to anyone. It can be one event that starts and triggers something in your brain, and then you just go down a spiral of mental health struggles and stuff like that. So around my 9th grade year, I got stressed with just like everything, with managing basketball, with managing my schoolwork, managing my friends, because I just left the middle school. You know, that'd be stressful trying to figure out where you fit in. And I just found myself to isolate and like down myself. Like, you don't got nobody because you ain't like that. Like, you're not really cool like that. So you just start like downing yourself, and it take you down that spiral of thoughts. And now you by yourself, you just alone with your thoughts. And I just think of the mind is like a garden. Like, what you water, that's what's gonna come up. So if you water negativity, you water things that are not positive, that's what's gonna overshadow everything else. But if you water your positive thoughts, positive energy, everything like that, then that's what's gonna come up. So mental health is not a thing like they just be like, girl, just get happy. No, like, this is an ongoing process that goes on over and over again. And it doesn't go anywhere, but you just learn tips and tricks to manage your lifestyle and manage a healthy lifestyle. So according to the CDC in 2021, 42% of high school students were experiencing depression, and 29% experienced poor mental health, and 22% considered suicide, and 10% attempted suicide. That's very, very alarming. So that means 1 in 3 of all of your classmates are experiencing mental health issues or struggles. So just because you are young doesn't mean mental health challenges do not exist. Childhood is very common for all these challenges to start. So don't let nobody tell you because you're young you can't experience depression or anxiety or anything like that. Like, you are young, but the brain is still functioning, the brain still goes through those kind of processes. It's more than just depression. You have over 200 types of mental illnesses, and the most common disorders among young people are ADHD, anxiety, behavior problems, and depression. So why am I giving you all this information about statistics and all that kind of stuff? It's important that we are aware so we know how to better treat it and better manage it and how to protect our mind. So I started a brand called Protect Your Mental with the simple focus of talking about the importance of taking care of your mental health. How do you do that? Well, you have to make sure that you take time to reset, feel your emotions, and give your brain a break. Y'all be doing a lot with schoolwork, sports, mayor's youth council, a whole lot of, some of y'all got jobs too, right? And so you're doing a lot, but do you take time to just reset, clear your brain out, and allow yourself to feel your emotions? Remember that mental health challenges are real and they are common. You can ask for help. Your school counselors, your therapists, your pastors, or just adults that you trust. Reach out to those people if you're having struggles and stuff like that. I ain't gonna be up here long because I don't went to work too. So I need to take care of my mental and be quiet. Reach out to your friends. If you notice that your friends, like, you know that people always be like, check on your strong friend. But really do check on your strong friend, for real. The most person that's like super outgoing and always laughing and always trying to make jokes, check on that person because it could be just a mask for other things. That's how I was. When I would go home to my parents, I was just the happiest kid, just life was going good. But when I got in that room and I turned them lights off, I was down. And so check on those people that just seem like they just always on the up and ups. And check on the quiet kids too. They got stuff that's going on, and if they quiet, they probably thinking something going on in their brain. So talk to them. Build and maintain healthy relationships. Have relationships that help you rather than hurt you. Y'all know that person that every time you talk to them, you be like, I wish I didn't talk to you. Because you just feel so drained. Now you be like, I feel all your problems on me now. So build healthy relationships where every time you leave your friends, like, you feel uplifted and empowered. Your friend's gonna go through some stuff, but it shouldn't be every time you talk to them, you be like, golly, I'm just darker than when I started. Like, build healthy relationships. Learn and practice techniques to manage stress and other difficulties. So if you gotta take a step back, relax, count to 5, count to 10, you know how people be doing. Do that. Take care of your mind and your body. Working out is a good way to channel it to somewhere else. And be intentional about your social media use, video games, and other technologies. Your TikTok feed should not be filled with sad videos. Laugh a little bit. It's good for the brain. The dopamine goes in your brain, and it makes you happy. So, in closing, you're not too young to be caring about your mental health, especially for y'all, the seniors that are about to go to college. It is detrimental that you start taking care of your mental health because that transition from high school to college, that do a lot. You're independent, workload, job, you got to put some gas in your car, you got schoolwork. It's just a lot that you have to manage. So take care of your brains. I wish you all the best in your journeys and protect your mental health. Peace and love to each of you, and thank you for this opportunity again.
I had a question.
Oh, my bad. Question. Sorry.
I just wanted to ask you, what are some goals that you have for your brand?
Goals that I have for my brand, I want to reach everybody. I want to reach everybody, and I want it to be less taboo to talk about, especially within the Black community. I know sometimes we talk about mental health in the Black community and we just shame away from it and be like, no, that girl crazy. No, that girl needs some help. And so I just want it to be less taboo to talk about and let it be common. Any more questions? Anything else?
I also had a comment to make, but I just wanted to say I loved how you incorporated humor with what you were saying because it just makes the conversation feel more freely able to talk about. So I just love that. I really love learning about your brand.
Thank you. Thank you. Now she wants you to come up with the sign and take it.
now have a Keep Douglas Beautiful report led by Ms. Donitra Williams.
Good evening. As always, it's a pleasure to come before this group. I'm so very proud of you guys, and I thank you for taking time to come and support them as they show their leadership and their growth. And thank you, because it is in our community a very taboo subject for us to talk about mental illness and mental health, especially for our young people. We're like, oh, they kids, what are they stressed about? What are they dealing with? Wait till they get bills. Well, actually, they go through things before they start paying major bills. So thank you for creating a platform for them to feel free to talk about it. So Keep Douglas Beautiful. We met this month and planned our Great American Cleanup, which will be the 27th, not Saturday coming, but the following Saturday. And we're gonna meet here at City Hall, probably about 8:45, so that we can all get in our stations and so we can identify who all is traveling with us and getting everybody transported safely. We have groups that will travel to East Seller Street, North College, West Peachtree, North Grady are the areas, the streets that we have identified. We did an index, which we monitored the whole city of Douglas, and divided it by wards and identified which areas needed a little more help, a little more care in being the most beautiful street that it could be. We look for things like litter, of course, abandoned vehicles, overgrown grass, and signs, the big yard signs or inappropriate signs or illegal signs. And we get all that information. We as a committee, Keep Douglas Beautiful Committee, sat down and went through those indexes, and that's how we came up with these streets. So we need volunteers. If you're not doing anything, or even if you're doing something that you can push off until after lunch, come help us. We're all in it together, trying to make sure our community looks good at all times. So again, it's gonna be the Great American Cleanup on Saturday, next Saturday, the 27th, from 9 to noon. And we welcome any volunteers. If you need additional information, you can contact myself or Kristen at 912-383-0277. And for the teen court portion of my report, Dominique will follow up with that.
So on April 20th, Teen Court will have our mock trial training at 9 a.m. At where's the location? Here. And we invite grades 6 through 12. The Teen Court program is a program designed to give the youth of our community a chance at being able to experience how the judicial system actually is. So participants of the Teen Court program, they can be either lawyers, or they can be on the jury, or they can be a bailiff, and they're able to see actual juvenile cases. Like there's a couple of lawyers and clerks here actually, and we can attest to the fact that we've seen cases that deal with juveniles that range from battery cases to people who ran away from home. And it's a really great program because, again, we're youth and we get to get actual experience with the law and to learn more about the law. We actually get to have an actual judge guide us and give us advice about it. So if you're interested in coming to our mock trial, again, it's April 20th at 9 a.m. here, and we would love to have 6th through 12th graders come, and even some parents that might be interested in having their kids join this amazing program.
We thank Ms. Donitra and Dominique for that presentation. We will now have a presentation on the importance of youth being active in our community. I'll go first. As a youth that has been active in our community, I think it is very important, I'm gonna say it again, very important that we be active. Not only do it build skills for you when you go into the adult world, but it also gives the older generation a perspective on what it is to be a youth in today's time, because we don't know what it was like to be a youth when they was older, and they don't know what it's like to be a youth now. So I think it's very important that we give them that insight in how we think so that they can learn from it.
I think it's important for youth to be active in the community because it increases social well-being, and being involved in the community could give youth the opportunity to continue similar work whenever they are older. And also, youth who are active in the community develop leadership skills, learn the importance of helping, and gain work experience.
Being part of a community is important for youth because it offers a sense of belonging, support, and opportunities for growth. It helps them develop social skills, make new friends, and learn from diverse perspectives.
I feel like it is important because it strengthens leadership skills. It gives the opportunity for you to learn more about our community, and it gives youth the opportunity to make a positive impact.
I say it's important because it allows you to acquire valuable leadership, communication, project management, and teamwork.
I believe that it's important for our youth to be active in the community because as youth, we are able to bring new and fresh ideas to our community, and it allows us to gain new sets of skills and open doors for new opportunities for learning.
Youth being active in the community can increase leadership skills. It can also benefit the youth in the workplace.
It's really important for the youth to be a part of the community because the youth are our future. And when you connect them with the community at an earlier age, it helps them refine their skills better and helps them. When you're a part of a community, it makes you feel stronger as a leader. Being a part of a community, it might help keep youth from doing bad things. So that's why I think that it's really important for you to be a part of the local community.
I think it's important because they'll inherit good habits. They're more likely to stay out of trouble. They'll be more productive, and they'll be healthier mentally and physically.
If you don't know, this is our last Mayor's Youth Council meeting for the term of 2023 to 2024. As a junior mayor and as a senior at Coffee High School, I just want to share some things that I picked up from the Mayor's Youth Council from my time being on it. So on the Mayor's Youth Council, you learn a lot, and I would endorse it to anybody that's aspiring to go to that next level, develop social skills, things like that. It really helps out. It teaches you a lot about connections and other things, because connections play a big part in whether you get a job or not. Having those connections, being able to contact somebody, friends, so make as much connections as possible, because you never know. You might call them up, you might need them. So on this Mayor's Youth Council, I've improved speaking, getting over my nerves. I used to shake. Sometimes I'd be shaking, speaking. I was nervous, but it just helps me get over it. And with my mentors, Ms. Juanetta, Ms. Danitra, they are very supportive and they make sure things go right. So I want to thank you all for coming out here and supporting us. And this is my last meeting as junior mayor, so thank you all. With no further business to come before this council, may I now have a motion for the dismissal of today's meeting?
I support you, Wilcox's motion for this.
I really don't have nothing to say, but Jamison basically covered it all. I can say that one thing I did learn was procrastination.
What was that you want?
I said procrastination.
And how does that impact you when you
don't
procrastinate?
keep waiting and stuff.
Does that help or hurt you?
It'll help in some ways.
How does procrastination help you?
Okay, say you got an assignment due 11:59. I'm gonna do it the day before instead of at 11:59.
Okay, not to procrastinate. Okay, all right. I don't want y'all thinking we teaching them to procrastinate. Why not to procrastinate? Thank you, all right. That's what she meant, y'all. We appreciate you.
All right. With no further business to come before this council, may I now have a motion for dismissal of today's meeting?
I support Wilcox's motion for the dismissal of today's meeting.
Isaiah Hunt, second this motion.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All against, state nay. This meeting is dismissed.